Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg, and here I'm starting with a piece of walnut. I'm making a mortise in it to flip it around and use for the base of this bowl. Segmented bowl out of maple and walnut. I was actually trying to experiment with a little bit of a design pattern on this bowl, which didn't come out as perfect as I hoped, but live and learn. And just sanding up the bottom. And, don't show you, but I do seal it and put some shine juice on there. They were just parting off the waste block that I glued on there to start it off so I could put the mortise in the other side. Now I'll flatten this out and get it ready for the first ring. I love the look of walnut when it's all finished and shined up. And the maple is such a contrasting, so you get the dark and the light. I'm just checking to make sure that it's flat. And then getting ready to glue on that first ring. Glue them all on the lathe. That way it's easier to center them up a bit better. I made these little blocks to help me hold them in place. And they work quite well. And here we go. Here I'm using my old carbide set. Well, I wouldn't say old set, but my first set that I bought, and it was a Raycon set. Mind you, the bits are getting a little dull. That one anyways. I need to sharpen it up. I have another one. But also, I bought some other bits that I hoped were going to fit into my Raycon, and they're Yakuto or something like that. And I got them on Amazon. And I bought them because they're a little bit bigger in size. There's a round one that's 12 mil. And also it had 3 different square cutters, one being a radius square and a diamond point. But when I got them, they came with 3 different size screws. And of course I checked out buying the Ubuntu handle, and it was like $260 from the whole set. I thought, no, well, that's not going to happen. So I made some handles for them, and I tapped them out. And what I used was I went to, here in Canada, I went to Princess Auto, and I bought some pry bars. And I cut the ends off them. The pry bars cost me about $7 Canadian. I think they were $7.49 before tax. So yes, and I bought 3 of them. And I made 2 handles. And that comes a little later in the video where I start using my new handles and bits. I'm gluing on the second ring now. I like to sand things up a little bit as I go. It does help. Now this one, see, I kind of line it up so that the first ring in the bottom had 1 walnut. And these had 2, so it goes from 1 to 2, and I had to set them in the middle. I didn't show you glue. I've got the 3rd ring glued on here, and this is one of my new tools. They're much lighter than the Raycon, so it took a little bit of getting used to. And you'll see being a little bit lighter, they cut like crazy. They remove a lot of wood. But here it comes. A little slow-mo. Oh, doo-doo. Nice little catch. And then it kept running to bite in again, so went back to the Raycon to smooth it off some. And I didn't think that it did a lot of damage, but later on in the video you'll see that it did a little more damage than I thought. It seems with the pressure of the jaws on the mortise and that catch, I'm thinking that's where it happened. See a little bit of a catch in the edge there yet? And, well, you'll see. But it cracked that mortise. Now here I've got the first, second, and third ring on, and I'm just smoothing off the top. As you can see, I'm looking at stopping and looking, and you see the marker marks, which means I haven't taken enough off. But once they're all gone and I get it smooth, I can check to make sure it's flat, and I can glue on the final ring. Here I'm checking to make sure that it's all flat, even, and now we get into hollowing out the inside of these two rings, and there I'm using my new square radius. Now you're putting a lot of pressure on it, and it removes a lot of material. Luckily, I like them. And they're fairly inexpensive. I bought 5 bits on Amazon for less than $50 Canadian. I go to my supplier for my Raycon bits, they're about $16 a bit. There I'm using the round one again. I'm still working on this outside. I wasn't quite sure of what shape I wanted. This was actually going to be a birthday gift for my better half. I thought I'd make her a nice little bowl or flower pot, wherever she goes. And here's where the problems begin again. But after picking up and an inspection, I seen that it had cracked the mortise along the grain of the walnut. So some CA glue, some pressure, a little bit of sanding on the bottom, and we've got it back on the lathe. It was a little bit out of shape, so I had to do some shaving and trimming. But mind you, I didn't get the inside walls as thin as I wanted, since I knew that mortise was weak. And I'm being quite gentle here. I'm not taking a lot of material at any given time. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. I don't want it to come out of that lathe or off those jaws again. And I smooth it all out, and I get it shaped. I do some final shaving, make sure that it's all round. Just doing a inspection, checking it over. And now I want to take this lip down some and make it taper in. So it kind of has a, I don't know what you call a horn mouth or whatever. But yes, these cutters work very well. For hollowing, it does the job very good. I've shaved and trimmed, and I think a little final trimming at the bottom, just shaving the edges. Before sanding. Also, I did pick up some power sanders that I can put in my drill, and makes the sanding process go much quicker. Now I've sanded it all up. I didn't show you all the sanding, but I've taken that right up to 800, and now I'm just sealing. And I use my OB Shine Juice as a shellac sealer. I put on about 3 coats. And then, of course, I take the sanding paste, the DIY sanding paste that I make, which is beeswax, mineral oil, and diatomaceous earth. And I sand that sealer coat up, and then I keep going until there's no paste coming off on the rag. As you can see, it has quite a shine there. Now I'm adding more shine juice. Now you can see here in the video, and you'll see here, my joints didn't quite line up as perfect as I had hoped. The segments are, those middle 2 rings that I wanted even, didn't come out so even. On the one side they're good, but you go around the other side, they're not. There you can see how the maple is not quite lined up with the other maple piece there. But as I said, live and learn. And here are some glamour shots for you. A fine birthday gift for my lady. She's already opened it. She loves it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It is muchly appreciated.